Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here. And if you've read the last email from the museum director, you've probably learned that we have some new and unique information that's going to begin helping us figure out where in our museum we can put our mystery fossils, what organisms they're related to, and begin solving this big mystery. Now, in this video, we're going to be looking to understand how this new evidence can help us refute different claims and how to complete the next set of tasks. If at any point you feel like you don't quite know how to use the new evidence or you don't quite know how to complete the next task and you put your X in either row, make sure you check in with me. But let's take a look at this new evidence and what it means for us in terms of refuting a set of claims that we've seen before. So in the email, we had some unique information brought to light about how the mystery fossil was pregnant when it died, and small fossil structures were found inside the body. Now, this information right off the bat doesn't tell us directly whether or not our mystery fossil is related to the wolves, the whales, or the crocodiles necessarily. But what it does allow us to do is begin thinking about what we know about these unique organisms and then whether or not the mystery fossil is more or less related to them. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, what do you know about how whales, wolves, and crocodiles give birth to their offspring? Do they do it differently? Do they do it the same? Do the whales or wolves or crocodiles have a different way of reproducing than the others? Because when we think about this, the mystery fossil was pregnant, meaning they give live births. We know that not all organisms in our world give live birth. Some of them give birth to eggs and other larvae and things like that. So thinking about this idea and thinking about how the mystery fossil was pregnant when it died, we have to ask ourselves, do any of our organisms, whales, wolves, or crocodiles, do they give live births or do they give a different type of birth? Because in the end, we're going to take this information and decide whether or not this helps us to refute one of the following claims. So these are claims that we looked at in the past, and they were all about where do we put our mystery fossil? Do we put our mystery fossil with the whales? Do we put our mystery fossil with the wolves? Or do we put our mystery fossil with the crocodiles? And this new information may or may not help us in terms of supporting one claim, but it can always help us refute a claim as well. Refute means to prove wrong or to show evidence against. And in this case, we're thinking about how does this new evidence help us to refute one of these three claims? So thinking about what we know about crocodiles, wolves, and whales, thinking about how we know they give birth, whether it's a live birth like the fossils or whether it's some other birth, can help us decide which of these claims is not quite right, is not supported by this evidence, can actually prove one of these claims wrong. And that's where the next set of tasks come in. Your job is going to be to take a look at this set of fossils and decide, based on this new evidence about the mystery fossil being pregnant, okay, which of these claims does that new information refute? If you need to Google different things about our different organisms, whales, wolves, and crocodiles, go for it. But once you figure out which one of these it refutes or proves wrong, you're going to drag and drop your X to that organism. And then you're going to explain how does the new evidence provided in the email refute the claim you chose or prove it wrong. So that's how we go about using the new evidence to refute the claim and completing the next task. If you have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, good luck.